Read Along with the PFBC is dedicated to the memory of Commissioner Enoch S. Inky Moore, Jr.
Pennsylvania League of Angling Youth, Fall 2021. Rivers Run Through Pennsylvania. Written by Chad Foster. Edited by Spring Gerhardt. Design and illustrations by Andrea Feeney and Ted Walk. Photos by Chris Calhoun, Andrea Feeney, Spring Gerhardt, Terry Malloy, Andy Shields, and the PFBC Archives. Vocabulary. Watch for these words. Abiotic, non-living parts of an ecosystem. Biotic, living parts of an ecosystem. Carrion, dead and decaying animals. Detrivores, animals that eat detritus and carrion. Detritus, dead and decaying plants and woody debris. Emergent vegetation, plants that grow on the edges of a river. Roots are submerged while the stem and leaves grow out of the water. Food web, all the interacting food chains within an ecological community. Primary consumers, animals that eat plants. Producers, plants that animals eat. Secondary consumers, animals that eat plant-eating animals. Submerged vegetation, aquatic vegetation that lives attached to the bottom of a river and is completely underwater. Tertiary consumers, top-level predators. If you ever stood along the shores of a large river, you were probably in awe of its large size and the amount of water it carries. Rivers have a beginning. Inland streams carry water from the land. Streams flow into larger streams, and larger streams unite to form rivers. Rivers eventually flow into lakes, bays, estuaries, or oceans. From a bird's eye view, a river system looks like a tree. The streams are like branches. The river is like the trunk. Continue reading to learn more about the ecology of rivers, threats, and how you can help. All about rivers. Abiotic parts of rivers. Abiotic is a non-living part of an ecosystem that shapes its environment. Abiotic parts of rivers include temperature, light, and water. Rivers come in all shapes and sizes. Some rivers are small and flow fast. Other rivers are large and flow slowly. Smaller tributaries feed rivers. The lower reaches of these rivers are often wider, deeper, and warmer than upstream tributaries. As rivers flow downstream, riffles, rapids, runs, and pools are formed. Riffles and rapids are locations where rocks break the surface water. Runs are deep, fast-moving water. Pools are deep, slow-moving water below the runs. Major rivers of Pennsylvania. 1. 3 rivers: Allegheny River, Monongahela River, and Ohio River. 2. Youghiogheny River. 3. Clarion River. 4. Susquehanna River, including West Branch Susquehanna River. 5. Juniata River. 6. Genesee River. 7. Delaware River. 8. Schuylkill River. 9. Lehigh River. Learn more about how waterways change from source to end at www.fishandboat.com/learning-center/activities and education portal/aquatic habitat/documents/river runs.pdf. River habitats. There are many different types of habitats that are found in a river system, which provide the food and environment needed by aquatic plants and animals. Below are some different types of habitats found in a river system. 1. Gravel, cobbles, boulders, and rocky ledges. 2. Islands. 3. Silty or sandy river bottoms. 4. Log and debris jams. 5. Undercut banks. 6. Emergent vegetation. 7. Submerged vegetation. River food web. Biotic parts of rivers. Biotic is the living parts of an ecosystem. Let's look at the biotic parts of rivers. Rivers connect land to bays and oceans. Rivers transport nutrients and energy from ecosystems inland all the way to the ocean. Aquatic plants and animals in a river system are connected to each other by the food chain and a complex food web. 1. Producers. Producers are plants that are eaten by animals. Examples of producers are phytoplankton and eelgrass. 2. Primary consumers. Primary consumers are animals that eat plants. Examples of primary consumers are zooplankton and mayfly larvae. 3. Secondary consumers. Secondary consumers are animals that eat plant-eating animals. Examples of secondary consumers are bullfrogs and smallmouth bass. 4. Tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers are top-level predators such as muskellunge and great blue herons. Detrivores. Detrivores are animals that eat dead and decaying plants and woody debris called detritus. Detrivores also eat carrion, which is dead and decaying animals. Example of detrivores are crayfish. Rivers of life. Benefits of healthy rivers. Drinking water. Irrigation. Fish and wildlife habitat. Recreation like fishing and boating. Transportation. Floodwater transport. Hydroelectricity. Nutrient transport to estuaries. Threats to rivers. Invasive species outcompete native river species. Climate change. Temperature changes and large weather events cause flooding. Litter. Garbage from roadways and urban areas. Non-point source pollution. Pesticides, herbicides, sedimentation, and acid mine drainage that run off from abandoned mines, developed areas, and farms. Point source pollution. Chemicals and pollution from factories, refineries, and transportation accidents. Shoreline erosion. Soil that erodes from river shorelines during high water events. Channelization. Collects or consolidates and moves water during high water events, causing damage to downstream areas. Round gobies are an example of an aquatic invasive species. A helping hand for river conservation. Join or become involved with one of these organizations. Chesapeake Bay Foundation, www.cbf.org. Pennsylvania Organization for Watersheds and Rivers, www.pawatersheds.org. Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful, www.keeppabeautiful.org. Various river keepers networks such as www.lowersusquehannariverkeeper.org. Pennsylvania Bass Nation, www.pabassnation.com. Muskies Inc., www.muskiesinc.org. Pennsylvania Rivers Word Search. Find these river-related words in the following word search. Word list. Allegheny. Carrion. Channelization. Clarion. Delaware. Detritus. Genesee. Juniata. River. Schuylkill. Susquehanna. Hint: some words may appear backwards.
For more read along with the PFBC, please visit our website www.fishandboat.com.